Hello everybody. It's Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. And today's video is going to be basically a celebration, if you will. I'm going to highlight a couple people in the Linchpin community that I just feel need to be celebrated, need to be highlighted. Specifically, two women in the Linchpin community that are pretty awesome, capture my attention, and I just want to give them some awesome shout outs. The only problem with this is whenever you potentially highlight a couple people and give a couple shout outs, by the very nature of doing that, you're omitting other people, and that is not in any way, shape, or form supposed to diminish the contributions or awesomeness of anyone that I don't mention. There's just a couple people that have captured my attention, and I'm going to give them some shout outs, and it is what it is. So specifically, the two women that I'm going to give some shout outs to. The first one is Kateri N, and I hope I'm saying your first name appropriately. Kateri N. So I watch her posts every day, specifically in the private Facebook group, and she's a single mom. She's got some young kids running around. Space seems to be limited. She's always dragging a barbell or a box into her living room and just getting it done. And her life, from what I can tell, would be filled with excuses, and not bad excuses. Okay, that's not supposed to, don't take that word in a negative way, but reasons, I should say, that anybody would find justifiable to blow off the workout, or justifiable, hey, you got so much going on, crazy and hectic, no one's going to blame you if you don't do it today. You're tired, the kids are running around, you've got responsibilities coming out your ears, don't worry about the workout. And somehow she worries about the workout all the time and gets it done in less than ideal situations, and it's pretty darn awesome. So I've got a few screenshots that I've taken from the group. One was a little bit ago when we did the back squat triples, and she back squatted 160 for a triple, and that was a new 3-rep max PR. And she has her squat stands normally out back on her freezing cold porch, and she'll just get it done out there, but it was so cold that she dragged them into the living room and just back squatted in the middle of life's chaos. And this was just after the open workout with the wall walks and the snatches and the double unders and all that stuff. And so she posts that comparison is the thief of joy or something like that. This is a PR for me, and don't get me wrong, I'm super happy, but I just had to laugh at myself watching those amazing machines that competed in the open were basically snatching this weight and throwing it around like it was just a barbell. And she said, I didn't have any kids today, so I brought the squat stands inside from the outside cold porch. So yes, okay, true, right? And then I've always liked to bring this back. Plenty of games athletes as friends, blah, blah, blah. I competed at the games in '09. My wife competed at the games. Yes, you're right. The women, Mal O'Brien specifically there, seeing her snatch 155 at the end of that open workout is impressive, for sure. To each their own. This is nothing against Mal O'Brien. Mal O'Brien snatching that loading as a professional CrossFit athlete does not motivate me in any way, shape, or form as it does to the level of seeing this single mom back squatting that for a triple in her hectic, chaotic life in her living room, dragging the squat stands in, finding a way not to make excuses. That motivates me 10,000 times more than anything that a games athlete is going to do in an open workout. It's like, I don't know, for me it's not even comparable. Another screenshot that I took from her as well is the other day we had that workout, which was for 30 minutes, run as far as you can in 30 minutes, just cover as many meters running as possible. And at the 5-minute, 10, 15, 20, 25, and the 30-minute mark, stop wherever you are and do 25 walking lunges. And she posted something that day that, life again was hectic. She couldn't get away from the kids and, didn't have a bike or a rower. So what am I going to do? How am I going to modify this workout? She shot this video in her in her home of just basically she ran laps around the interior of her home just over and over and over again, and at those time domains stopped and did lunges. So she covered, I guess based upon her watch or whatever it was, 2.4 miles running inside her home, around her furniture and everything. Isn't that ridiculous? But in the most absolutely awesome way. And then she's got these videos of course, as you know, any parent knows, her kids wouldn't leave her alone. So her little kids are either lunging next to her or wanted to crawl on her. So on top of running around for 30 minutes inside of her house and lunging, she's got her little daughter on her shoulders, doing the lunges with her daughter on her shoulders. Again, to each their own. That sort of will and drive, you are right there with the games athlete as far as I'm concerned, with regards to dedication. And with regards to making it happen, I think you exceed their drive, to be quite honest with you. I mean, if your world is set up that you working out is simple and easy, you still have to go in and suffer and do it. I get that, but you don't have multiple kids running around, distracting you, pulling at your pant legs as you're trying to do something else. So again, that was an awesome one. And her post that day says, "First of all, thanks to everybody for all your suggestions. This group is what gets me through my day. Everyone is such an inspiration. I gave all the suggestions to the kids, and they decided that we were going to do running in the house. It was crazy to get 2.4 miles in my house. It was also some fun carrying my 2-year-old around." Again, awesome. And then here's the final post from her as well. And this was just a couple of days ago when we had the interval, the heavy day at a high heart rate interval of the heavy deads and the burpee box jump overs. Here she is once again in the living room. She's got the box in the living room, barbell in the living room, doing, keeping the kids at bay, doing heavy deadlifts, breaking up the sets as she needs to, hurting the child somewhere else, get back, finish the set of deadlifts, start to do the burpee box jumps. You get her kids are jumping on the box as well. And then there's a great one where when she's down in the bottom of a burpee on the floor, her little girl climbs on her back and just gets her in like a chokehold, if you will, as little kids will. And she just keeps her kid on her back, stands up, steps onto the box, gets down on the other side, and just continues to do burpee, not box jumps, but burpee step up and overs with a toddler on her back. No excuses, making it happen. I mean, it's absolutely awesome. So that captures my attention. I've seen CrossFit for a really long time, since 2005, traveling the world, lecturing to people, covering the sport. It takes a lot for me to perk up my attention. It takes a lot. And what she does on a regular basis, it fires me up and motivates me. So I want to give a shout out for that. Okay, the other woman that I'm going to give a shout out to is Tabitha H. Tabitha H had a really cool post within the last couple of weeks that I screenshotted, and I just want to read it because it fired me up, and I hope it fires everybody else up. So this is what Tabitha said. "I'm a creature of habit. I always dedicate my time to do my workouts after work because I know it's my dedicated time away from my laptop. In my neighborhood, I guess I've been known for my consistent workouts. Yesterday, a mom and her daughter stopped by my garage while I was warming up. They moved into their home a couple months ago, but wanted to drop by and say how inspiring it was to see me work out almost every day. The little girl was probably 4 or 5 years old, and to have her notice my workouts was pretty heartwarming. It meant more to me knowing that I inspired a little Asian girl. In most Asian cultures, women don't really lift weights. So for her to see that an Asian woman can be strong, both physically and mentally, is a win." I don't even know what else to say about that. Absolutely awesome in the most real sense of the word. That is super cool. And I remember when that post happened, that another woman in our group who posts under CW CrossFit, she chimed in that saying how that was a really big deal that you can't underestimate. That CW CrossFit herself remember growing up and not seeing women that looked like her, doing things like lifting weights or whatnot. And so to see somebody that looks like you doing things like that, you just don't have any idea how much of an impact that's going to be. So anyway, that fires me up. I've got a daughter myself, so I love these stories. So that's it. I just wanted the women of the Linchpin community to know, I see you. You're awesome. I see your posts every day. You absolutely fire me up. You create an awesome path that I hope to lead my daughter down one day, to be strong both physically, mentally, emotionally, the whole 9 yards. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I'll close out with this. No pressure, okay? No pressure. But my wife, who she goes out in the garage every day and she does her thing, and she's quiet about it, doesn't make a big deal about it, but she checks numbers and the leaderboards or whatnot. She's got that competitive fire in her still, and she likes to see how she stacks up. And she said to me yesterday that there is every day, tons of amazing women that post on Linchpin for the leaderboard. She's like, but there is one that I just feel like, this is what my wife was saying. She goes, there's one woman in Linchpin that I just feel like she's the woman to beat. She's the top dog out there. She's the one I'm always curious to see what she does. Any guesses as to who that is? I don't want to put the pressure on this person. She's a wonderful woman, so it's just to be fun. But every day, my wife looks at the leaderboard and she tries to chase down Melanie H. That's what she does. So just so you know, Melanie, you motivate my wife. She's fired up, and she looks for your times or loads every single day, and then she goes out to the garage with that in her mind. So that's that. Thanks to everybody for being awesome. Have a great day. I'll keep sharing really cool stories, and hopefully they motivate other people just as much as they motivate me. And we'll talk later.